Fala galera, bem-vindos ao canal com mais um vídeo. Estamos aqui de volta com vocês com mais um Starfield. E vocês viram aí na nossa última nossas últimas missões, né? Vamos botar assim, né? A gente recuperou o Kaiser, né? E agora a gente tá aqui com a Adrian. Vamos ver o que ela tem a nos dizer.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles? Apparently they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the colony war, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps.
We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asyles' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively.
Vamos lá, talvez funcione. Não sei se eu gosto da ideia de introduzir alienígenas aleatórios. Não. Os assédios poderiam mesmo limpar o planeta inteiro, como você está descrevendo. Não, vamos perguntar aqui para você.
If you pick a fight with one, or you're a terramorph, sure. But Asyles were already spread across the galaxy once before during the colony war, as livestock.
They're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up.
All our data suggests so. Asyles, they're impressive hunters. The few tests we've been able to run, well, they more than got the job done. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere, and we plan to selectively breed them so they can hunt terramorphs wherever they're hiding. Which is important, because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. On worlds where Asyles were present, terramorphs weren't. This suggests that however it is terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Asyles are somehow cleaning that up as well. These creatures are good at what they do. I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asyles.
Parece que estão brincando com fogo. Eu voto nos nascidos. Então vamos discutir como tornar esses planos realidade. Para mim, micróbio, qualquer outra opção pode ser fatal. Qual dos tipos exatamente vai fazer todo esse trabalho e afugentar? E quem exatamente vai fazer todo esse trabalho de espalhar o vírus ou afugentar os assédios?
Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
Então vamos... exatamente como vai fazer tudo. Vamos perguntar isso
Well,
aqui.
that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up a fair bit of it. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a decision on which route we're taking.
Well, so that's tricky.
Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials.
Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Seely's gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around.
But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinium.
Planeta plastar suicídio.
It was the central hub for Seely's processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the Terramorph data suggests Seely's were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance their prey, the Terramorphs, came from that same world. Which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the Terramorph source world. The Seely's were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Seely's were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinium could very well be where the Terramorph saga began. And the key to its end.
Vamos lá, tem permissão pra ir?
It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. This trip is all above board.
Pra não desperdiçar.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinium's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoun, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there.
But you need to know, Londinium, it belongs to the Terramorphs.
They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Então a gente vai ter armamento. O que eu tenho que fazer aqui? Opcional. Olha, vamos visitar Tenente Azevedo.
Pardon?
I sincerely hope there is adequate security for this facility.
Vamos ver aqui com ele aqui então.
Oh, this goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need?
Mas que gracinha você é, que há de errado com Marte? Deixa eu me apresentar primeiro.
That's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. It sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city, so thank you for what you did there.
Vou comprar mantimentos. Não, vamos ser gentis, não vamos.
Yeah.
Ficar tá agradecendo.
Both came through okay. One science division, others an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed?
Essa não é a primeira vez que você trabalha nesse lugar.
That's correct. Ran logistics for the Devils for years before getting the assignment here. Military logistics isn't usually thrilling work, but as bone-crushingly exhausting as this job could be, it sure as hell was never dull. Coordinating habitats for nightmares from the far side of Lantana 8B and their favorite breathing snack foods? Sure, why not? Stocking the UC for a rancher who's got 2,000 grade A kilos of biomass he can ship to Mars per week? We call days like that Tuesday. So when I heard things might be opening up again, I put in for my transfer immediately.
Tenta a opinião dele aqui.
If anyone can pull off something as downright lunatic as that, it's these people. And I'll make sure they've got all the supplies they might need to make it a reality. No more reliable hardware in the galaxy.
Vamos ver a arma do cara. Bombardeiro imprudente. Cara, eu gostei da arma, hein? Olha o nome da dádiva do vampiro. Tá, eu vou... Vamos fazer o seguinte aqui. Vou comprar essa e essa. E essa aqui de quebra. Eu vou armar essas 3 armas. Minha munição 40. Traje espacial aqui que nós temos. Tem uns capacetezinhos assim que são maneiros, hein? Ah, esse aqui é interessante, hein? Ah, não vou... Kit de emergência, kit médico. Tá bom isso aqui. Agora a gente volta pro... Deixa eu... Vamos fazer as modificações aqui. Bombardeiro imprudente. Vou tacar em cima. A dádiva do vampiro. Onde tá a dádiva do vampiro? Bota aqui. Ó, 181. Bombardeiro imprudente 120. $215. Essa aqui ainda é melhor, hein? Agora amplificado. Vamos botar aqui. Tirar essa comum daqui. Pronto. A gente dá um... Vamos pra nave. Ah, pera aí, vamos.
Could feed a small everything up to spec.
Comprei dele. Recursos. Esse é o tal do skill do piloto. Anotações. Acho que eu tenho que entregar no... Ah, muita coisa. O recurso a gente ainda precisa, né, para qualquer para fazer qualquer coisa, né? Ah, não tem. Tá, beleza. Mas diminui um pouco o prejuízo. A munição eu tô mandando bala, quero nem saber.
Excuse me. Okay. Hello.
Esse é o terramorfo, né? Cadê aquele X99 que a gente encontrou? Não tem. Esse é a criatura que a gente quer introduzir. Beleza, vamos embora.
I will be ready.
Deixa mais legal isso aqui. É o armamento da minha nave. Cara, muita.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Vamos lá então. Vamos para Alpha Centauri. Toliman. Aqui não tem como, tem que ser dobra mesmo. A Phalanx 2. Vamos falar então.
This world is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor immediately.
Determina a missão importante, baixa a bola, se não te denuncio, acesso restrito, porque... Não, vamos direto aqui, vamos.
Alright, you can proceed.
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool.
Vamos lá. Base avançada, vamos pousar.
But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Vamos lá.
Hello, Captain.
Ah, eu virei o Vasco? Onde que a gente tem que ir?
Inside the barriers, double time! You a casino unit? You're heading to command, far end of the compound.
Tá, base avançada, beleza. E me armei. Ah, olha só que legal. Não dá nem pra dizer que é uma criatura congelada, porque não é congelada, né? A criatura, ela é...
Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky. Give him one for me, all right?
Aí, eu vou me armar de toda maneira aqui.
Can't chat right now.
Mais 1940. Anti-Xeno. Gostei. Kit médico. Ali o alarme. Ah, tem que...
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you.
Tá, eu vou... Pera aí, vamos fazer uma coisa aqui. Vamos deixar isso aqui por enquanto. Depois a gente volta pro traje da mantis. Vamos usar esse traje aqui por enquanto.
Literally.
Deixa eu ver se tem uma entrada por aqui. Então a gente volta pra cá. A entrada é essa aqui. Uma das coisas aqui eu já pego já. Tá, vamos conversar aqui com a mulher então.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatoum,
No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
Ah, não. Esperar reforços. Agora precisa de um armamento mais pesado. Para quanto é que vamos.
We'll do our best. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Agora vamos acabar mais rápido para conseguir.
All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Pegue seu equipamento. Acho que é esse equipamento que eu tô usando, né?
Hey, you match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Tá, microarma.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Vamos lá, deixa eu ver aqui o que ele me. O que ele me deu. Aqui. Olha, microarma. Tá, vamos lá. Deixa eu pegar a ajuda aqui. Neve frita. A gente tem que ir pra cá.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
Ah, legal, ele transmite o código e a gente abre.
Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers. Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Ah, tá, não. Aqui é outra coisa. Tá, estamos com 9 digihacks. Beleza. Deixa eu ver isso aqui. peguei a munição aqui. Vamos primeiro por mais perto. Beleza, não deixei ele.
Samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
Not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
What does your scanner reveal?
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Pra onde que a gente vai? Deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui. Não, toma que o negócio aqui tá feio. Matamos esse aqui. Pronto, vamos embora. Não sei porque, mas o Vai Victus. Acho que ele tá.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinium. Real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Charles Dickens.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
Um conto de Natal.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Have you seen this? Leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
Nada natural que deveria conseguir fazer isso. Que a música não pode ser assim que todos os terramorfos nas pode, que significa que todos.
That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both. Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up?
Galera que acabamos de ver é plausível, posso imaginar que seria preciso. Isso aqui ainda vamos. Mas é realmente plausível.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go.
Mas essa a ponta de Lazarus.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
Ela fazer para descadear alguém pensou que podia. Cara, eu vou botar aqui a ouvir dela.
I think someone figured out how to use the Lazarus plant to trigger terramorph attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Agora, parecendo muito suspeito, acho que é possível. Você está parecendo lunático. Você diz que planta não cresce em nenhum outro lugar senão aqui?
It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Alguém da você tem planos para planta lá? Quando eles está a principal suspeita? Tem 10, mas não é nada responsável se está lançando acusações. Maior probabilidade de fazer isso, se for caso vão confiar em mim, são os piores. Independente de como clip it. Cara, eu vou botar aqui, eu tenho ideia, mas nada é responsável lançando acusações.
If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Siga Kaiser.
Sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Então vamos lá.
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away, even.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable.
Eu preciso desse aqui. Desse aqui.
Of all the things. To survive.
Aqui tem que ficar escolhendo para onde que a gente vai. Vamos lá, então. Tô faltando. Gente, esse aqui foi. Tá, deixa eu.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required. Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Sutton, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. They'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Até gravação. Vamos lá de cá.
You might wish to lighten your load. One is less likely to survive an ambush when one is weighed down with whatever all that is.
Keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Cara, eu concordo com ela.
He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
Alguém que achava que salvaria a vida de guardar um segredo. Eu vou com essa daqui.
I sincerely hope you are not suggesting he was justified in his actions. I would not wish to associate with someone who felt he did the right thing.
a calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. That sounds exactly like what my father would do. But it doesn't, it can't justify slaughter. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Cabe a nós ver. Ele já era, cabe a nós resolver essa história. Cara, eu não posso falar a verdade porque foi pedido segredo, né? Então vamos.
Settled systems are counting on us.
I would move the stars for you, but I hope it does not come to that. I am grateful for our time together, always. Need to see what I'm carrying?
A Andrea já tá... Nossa. Ela tem 6 armas com ela. Aqui, onde que tá a arma aqui? Eu creio que eu tinha sumido, que eu tinha vendido a arma. Não, tá aqui. Que bom. Que essa daqui. Tá, essa aqui é a microarma padrão. Essa microarma era muito pesada. Tá, vambora então. Vamos voltar então.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Tá, a nossa...
I do not wish to judge, but I doubt you truly need to be carrying all of that.
betray you every last one.
Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
Look, it's working. But the thralls, they're attacking the anomaly. Percival, are you doing this?
Run! Run now! Go! That's not me. I'm just filling out the frequency.
We freeze them.
aqui.
No signal on our. It's working! One more dish and I should be able to shut it down completely. No signal at full power. That should be the end of its connection to its throne. Right behind. Now hit it with everything you've got.
Oh God! Here they come!
Make the impossible look easy, Captain. Control! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Cadê o Kaiser? Kaiser tá aqui.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
Não morre? Tá bom. Vambora. Vamos lá. Tipo assim, tem um alfa, é ele que controla todo mundo. As outras criaturas são só coadjuvantes.
Need a moment to walk that off?
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible. Now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right? Ah, this place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Bay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
Só tem a gente aqui, então tá na hora. Um monte de suspeito, sem dúvida. Vamos falar a verdade aqui pra eles.
Sorry, what?
Captain, now's really not the time to be making cracks like that. No. No, that can't be. I saw him. He's actually really alive? My God. And you've known that, what, all this time? And decided now was the time to bring it up?
Uma coisa importante até agora. Não, vamos botar aqui.
You swore. You were just doing your duty. I know. I know what that's like. I'm glad you told me. At long last.
Well, that revelation sure as hell changes things.
It certainly does.
Bay Victus is alive after all this time. So his execution was, what, a lie? A cover-up? Absolutely unconscionable.
It also makes my father the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Look, Percival and I, we need to tend to these samples. Guarantee we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But I think you, Captain, should get in contact with my father and find out what he might know about the attacks.
Farei que puder, ele não é exatamente uma fonte confiável. Você quer que eu vá com você falar com... Quer que eu vá com você falar com ele? Não. Vamos botar aqui, ele tem uma boa conversa.
We'll all meet back at mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
Visiting Londinians left me with a longing for Mira. I did not think this was possible. The samples are preserved.
O Kaiser também é meio zoado, hein? Deixa eu... Nós estamos aqui, queimadura de frio e hipotermia. Vamos pra nave primeiro? Porque na nave eu tiro esse... Eu vou até a nave e vou encerrar lá, né? Vamos... Porque agora a missão é outra. E a gente vai ficando por aqui. Se vocês gostaram, deixe seu like, se inscreva no canal. Até a próxima com mais vídeo. Valeu!
I have heard of Londinia. Anyone who has spent time in United Colonies space has, of course. Now I understand why the stories persist.
I was just thinking about you. I am always willing to carry an extra weapon. Or 2. Or 3. What have you got for me?